My local cinema released Disney Pixar's Soul in the cinema again, which is a good thing because due to the COVID-19, a lot of people didn't get the chance to watch the film. So now they get to watch it. A lot of good words are being said about the film. Soul is one of those films that question life, the meaning of life, or whether or not we are living in an ocean.
This, says the young fish, this is water. What I want is the ocean.
What's so special about the movie is how it portrays the life before and after, the great beyond and the great before.
Quiet coyote.
It is straightforward. It's easy to understand, regardless of what religion you are in, what culture you're in, what ethnicity. No matter who you are, as long as you are human, you can relate directly. Soul might be the best example out there on how creative media portray the theme of life so far. But I'm not going to talk about Soul today because a lot of people are going to talk about it anyway, and it was also going to win an Oscar, probably. So it probably didn't get enough attention that it should be. So I'll be talking about these two indie game and film. So firstly, we'll be talking about the film called It's Such a Beautiful Day, and also a game called Before Your Eyes. So before I begin, I need to warn you, this video contains spoiler, okay? It's Such a Beautiful Day follows the life of Bill, an ordinary 40-year-old. Before Your Eyes, on the other hand, the story took off when Benjamin entered the afterlife, or this river place, and that's where he met the orator, who happens to be a wolf, who asked him to look back at his life once again so the orator can get enough information just so he could explain to this holy cat? Time is an illusion that helps things make sense. Normally people will perceive time as one direction, past, present, and future. Time also can be perceived in another way, where past, present, and future, they run towards each other in the opposite direction and intercept each other. Like, how could you prove the pyramid is a relic from the past but not the future? Same thing with memories. For example, at this moment when you're watching this video, you could be thinking about a piece of your memory or even a deja vu you had a moment ago. And the best portrayal in media so far for this kind of perception is Such a Beautiful Day. In contrast with Benny's relapsing of his memories, Bill's memories are shattered and unable to tell the difference between reality because of his mental illnesses and his memory problems, which make him to have this ability to alter his memories. The memories overlap with each other as he could not tell the difference between the past and present as his mind is deteriorating.
The doctor explains to her that Bill may be having trouble understanding past tense and present tense. It may also be difficult for Bill to understand which of his memories are real and which are imagined.
For Benny's memories, it is represented as fuzzy and in parts, which is the right way of how memories should be presented. We must remember the only important parts in our memory, but not in full detail. And I think this is why the simplicity of design being used in each of these medium had played such a crucial role. Just simple facial figures and shapes, just enough to be made up in people's mind and enough to be understood. In a movie, Soul needs to find their so-called spark to go to Earth. That spark can just simplify as the willing to live.
We don't assign purposes. Where did you get that idea?
Same thing when it comes to death. Both these characters have come peace upon themselves to move on from their life. Bill's days in his life are mostly represented in black and white or in monochrome colors. But in his last days, it's all vivid and colorful. He started looking at everything in his life, looking at all the details that he had missed on, and he lay down in the park, looking at the trees, and he passed on.
It's such a beautiful day.
Benny's death followed with an between cut of the monologue he had written being narrated by his mom and the orator, as he's slowly accepting the fate of him passing on and move on from his life.
Close your eyes now, and keep them closed. She's gonna let you in. Go on. You know what to do.
In the beginning of the game, we're playing a made-up memory which is written by Benny himself called The Great Life of Benjamin Brain. In this life, he survived his disease and became a successful artist.
To being a difficult artist, the best of us are.
But then the game showed us the truth about his life. He died. He did not survive, and on the contrary, he became weaker day by day and his health slowly declined, as you the player being harder to perform simple tasks such as eating, drinking.
It's okay, Benny, I understand. There's no need to show me anymore.
So I guess when he entered the Soul Rival place, he recalled the made-up memories because he could not cope with the fact that he died at such a young age without getting to do the things he wanted in his life.
So when he knew he was going to go, he was okay. Because he'd already lived a great life. A full life. And he was everything he needed to be. Just as he was.
But as the game progresses, we acknowledge that no matter how his life was or how ordinary it may have seemed, it's all worth celebrating because he had already celebrated his life by looking down to the future and imagine how his future self would be. Same thing with Bill's death. The memories before his death are so vivid and colorful and also full details. He might not remember all of it, but he's doing what's left for him to be done as his memories are deteriorating even hours, minutes to seconds.
And when it's time for Bill to leave, he stands and says something beautiful to him.
When he died, the film didn't just stop there. The filmmaker showed us how would it be if Bill was still alive and then exaggerate the manner because it might never happen. Simply in a fun and triumphant way to show mortality and telling the audience that the impossible as it in possible manner. It's like the filmmaker is helping Bill to celebrate his life. The average life expectancy of a human being is 72.81 years. Taking account with COVID, of course. But every day we're constantly being stressed out in our lives as we are being distracted by our own desires in life, not knowing the difference between the wants and needs. And only at the last moment in our lives we only start to appreciate the things around us, as we're having a hard time just to say it's such a beautiful day. Before I end, so you can go check out the game Before Your Eyes at Steam. The link will be in the description if I'm a dumbass brain you forgot about it. It's an amazing game, so go try it out. It's like a 1 hour and 30 minute. Please do not refund the game because someone did that and it's very not amazing. I know you can, because it's like 1 hour 30 minutes and within the limited time being given by Steam themselves, you can refund the game. But don't do that, it's such an amazing game. Please keep in your library. So that's all from me. Thanks for watching.